Let's start our today's video. We have this position in front of us. And I want you people to have a close look at it and think for some time that it is white to move and win and how he can do it and what advantage he has in this game. If you remember my last game, the method is that you are going to hit the pawn. This is the first pawn. For example, you take it, black takes this pawn over here, white pawn. Then the other pawn of black, you are going to hit it from the tail, from over here. That whenever black captures this pawn on c2, then you would be able to take this pawn and go over here on this side of the board. Sorry, this side of the board and capture this pawn. I'm going to show you that how we do it. This is from an actual example. Here, the move is that you are first going to capture this pawn, then you are going to hit this pawn from the tail. Remember that you are going to hit the pawn, advanced pawn, if your pawn, second pawn is front on this side file of the opponent's pawn, then you can hit the opponent's pawn by moving from the tail. Okay, let's go. King b4, king d7, king a5, king c6, king into a6, king into c5. Now we have understood, we have reached this position. And now how we can win it? We can win it that we are going to hit this pawn from the tail. Like this. And when black would try to capture the pawn over here, we will be able to take out this pawn and then move forward to this pawn. Let's go with our plan. King b7, d4 first. Now king c7. That you are going to move over here, I am going to come over here. King c4, king c6, d3. Instead of it, it is the best try for black. Instead of it, if black goes for immediately for this, then you go for it. And now, if black takes, you take the pawn. And it is just in two moves, in three moves, you are going to capture the black's pawn and win the game. Let's check it out that if black tries, black's try d3. And after c into d3 and king into d3, now you move over here, king to d4. And now you are going to straightforwardly capture this pawn. What if black here, instead of going for here, try to play like this? King d4. Then you are not going to move like this, king b6. Even this wins, but it will get lengthy. Better to go like this. King d7. Now if black tries king e5, now you move king e7. Black has to go over here. Because you have the opposition over here. Black has to move now. Or because this square is covered, this f5 square is covered. So if black, for example, moves over here to d5, then what? You are immediately coming over here to king f6. Now if black goes over here, king to c4, now you are going to hit the pawn, this pawn, because this is near to queening square. And if you take this pawn, this needs more moves. And here white would be, black would be winning. So now if black still gives you a tough time, now king f5. because whenever black is going for this pawn, you are going to take this pawn. So I hope you have understood the concept of this position, these types of position, that you are going to, if your pawn is on the side flank of opponent's pawn, then you can hit the pawn, this pawn from the tail, from the tail, you can hit it. So we'll move over to next example. That is an easy one. Here white to move and win, and how he achieves that. The simple is that white is pawn up over here, and he is going to use this pawn, e pawn, as a decoy, and going to win the game. Here different moves wins. For example, if you go for f3, still this wins. After king d4, sorry, after king d5, now king f2, king d4, now king e1, king c4, now king f2, king comes back over here, or he gives a a4, now e3. Black has to take, you take. Now e3, now f4. Black takes, you take. King takes 1, now g5. H5 check, king into g5. And here the game becomes equal. So where we made a mistake actually? We made a mistake over here. We made a mistake in front of the game. For example, after king b3, f4, g into f4. This is a mistake. King f3, an intermediate move first. After king into b2, now g5. H into g5, now h6. A3, h7. a7 and queen check. This queen is controlling this queening square. This is the tough way to handle a position. But for example, black goes for king b3 in or king b8. Now king h7 check. King b2. King into queen into c7. Reason behind that, if you are going to make a queen, then I am going to give the check. King moves, and I am going to take the queen. And this pawn is going to promote in 3 moves. But why to go in such a tough way to defend the game, win the game? Instead, the easy way over here is activate your king, king f3. Because now king d4, e3 check. f3, now f into e3 check. King e5, e4. Now let's look for this pawn. King moves to d4. How to continue? You have a tempo move, b3. Kings moves to c5. Now you play the move e5. In d5. Now what? You are going to use this pawn as a decoy. e6. King into e6. Now king e4. Now see, the position has completely changed. The reason behind is that this pawn is going to fall. This square on c3, c6 is being completely protected, and black can't get opposition over here. So king moves black, for example, to king f6, now king d5. You are immediately going for it. But if he goes for over here, then what? King d6. Now you move to king f5. You are going to capture this pawn, move in front of the pawn, and then you are going to queen this pawn. Remember, these types of games are tricky till end. Even one wrong move can draw the game. So always keep that in your mind. We move to our next example. And here I play and win. And remember in these types of games that you are going to forget that you have a pawn over here and black has a pawn over here. The first rule is that pressurize the king and make it move backwards in these positions. Remember that. So how we are going to do it? F4 check. King has to move to F5. If he moves, for example, to D4, then what? G4. King has to move over here. Now King E4. King F6. Now we go for H4. King E6. Now you may give a tempo move, King D4. King tries to get the opposition. Now you may go over here. These areas are covered. If king moves to C6, then he is going to lose very quickly because of the move H5. And king can't take pawn. He has to move his king. For example, he takes it. After G into H5 and king D6, now you bring your king over here. Taking these pawns and promoting this pawn, black needs a lot of moves. And in that time period, you are going to capture this pawn, move out of the way of the pawn, and you are going to promote this pawn. We come back to our position after f4. For example, black tries king f5. Then what? Remember that first you are going to push your opponent king backwards. So king f3. Now king e6. For example, by black. Now g4. King d5. Now still h4. Now king d4. Now you may go for e5. King goes over here. For this pawn. Now f5. A tricky move. Black has to take it. And if he takes, now h5. If he goes over here, now you queens first. But what happens if instead of taking, black immediately goes over here? Your king in just moves. And black needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves to make his pawn queen. I hope you have understood this example also. So we'll move over to next example. And this is an easy one. I just placed in it in this expert level to let you people remember the basic endgame knowledge. Now it is white to move and king a3. Black can't move over here because now white will immediately play the move c4. And after d into c4, he will go for d5. And after e into d5, now this king is not in the pawn square. The pawn square is this one. And this king is out. It can't capture this pawn. So you move the pawn. But he, instead of going over here, he goes for king c4. Now you do the maneuvering, triangulation. After king b2, king b5, now king b3. Now it is black's turn to move. And he goes for c6. Now c4. Black tries a critical defense b6. Now you take the pawn. And if he takes the pawn, now king a4. Even if you play the move king b4, it is still a win. Because king c6, you are going to outflank your black king. King c7, sorry, um, for example b7, then king b4, king c7, king c5, king over here, b7, now king b6. And you're going to outflank your opponent and win this pawn, because after king moves, you have captured this pawn. And it is easy win. So I hope you have understood this concept also. It was just a revision actually. We will example. Now, in this position, it is whites to move and win. And I want you people to pause. Sorry, it is whites to move, but black win in this position. And I want you people to pause the video and think that how black wins this position. For example, king has to move over here. It is a must thing. So king e3. Now, what is the move? There are two ways to win this position. One is that you are going to use your tempo move e4, or you can go to outflank your opponent by playing the move like king c instead of king c5. But why e5 when you have a clear win by playing the move e4? Remember that this move king c4 is a blunder because now king moves over here and takes the pawns. So the move is e4, giving away one pawn and getting the tempo, because after f into e4 check, now king c4. If you moves like it, this will win, because black has to give you the way. Sorry, white has to give you the way. And after king f3, now you can move king d4. And this pawn is a goner. So it was also an easy example. You understand that what are you going to do? You are going to use your tempo move of pawn and then taking the opposition and outflanking your opponent. We move to our next example. And now this is a tricky one. Now it is white's black to move and win, and how black can do that. I want you people to pause the video and think that how black can do that. I hope you have understood that you may use this flank pawn, black's flank pawn, as a decoy, and then you can win this pawn on f3, and then you would be able to capture this pawn and promote this pawn. So if white tries to say that I am not going to let you go away with your plan, you still go away with it. After h4, now g into h4, g into h4, king g4. Now what to do? Which move to play? Both of the moves wins. These both tempo moves wins, because this is the tempo move and this is the decoy. Let's play with the decoy first. h3, king to h3. Now king f4, king g2 protecting the pawn, but now king e3, king g3. Now king d2. You are fast enough to take the pawn and queen. If he goes for immediately f4, you take the pawn. f5. Now what? King b3. f6. Now c3. f7. Now c7. Queen. Queen. And this pawn is a goner. But get the pawns whichever he might have. For example, he tries to take the pawn. The reason behind that, if you take this pawn, then black gives the check with by taking this pawn. And in a blitz game, it is difficult. Though it is winning completely for black, but a queen on board and open, just this open area around black's king, white can give many checks. So white to go difficult defense, sorry, difficult win when you have an easy win in your hand, and that is after king h3 and you h4 and for example here white is f4. After g into f4 and g into h4, now win. The point is that you are going immediately for this. This if black tries, sorry, white tries to go for this immediately, then you can move this pawn by supporting it, making the queen with check. Let's check it out. e4, h5, f3, h6. Now king e3, a7, f2, h8 queen. Now check. King has to move king h2. Now check. King h3. Now queen f3 check. King again h2. Now what do? How to do it? King queen e2 check. King g1 and now queen f2 check. King h1 and you are going to play the move king queen e1 check. Now king h2 and you are going to play king over here. Sorry, instead of here queen d2 check. King h3. Now how to do it? King queen d3. Queen a8. Going for this pawn. Take the pawn. Queen to a4. The position is a tricky one. After queen d2 check, king has to move king g4. Queen d4 check, king f5. Now you play the move c5. And black will be fast enough to win his second pawn. And these pawns would be able to hold many checks of white queen. So instead of it, for example, after king h3 and h4, you take the pawn and g into h4. After king g4, you give the tempo move c5. Now how to do it? This is the easy way to win the game because after f4 check, you go back. And this is a draw. The problem is that. Then how you are going to do it? You're going to do it king e4. And after f5, now h3. f6, h2. f7, queen. Both queens. Now queen g2 check, king e4, queen h2 check, queen g4, king g4, sorry, queen check, king h5, queen f3 check, and queens has to be exchanged and you win the game. So there are different types of win in this position, but one is an easy one. Other are, if you are playing a blitz game, would be a tough one. So always try for an easy win instead of going for tough one. If you are playing, for example, a blitz, then it is really tough. You are on seconds and you think that how many checks I am going to avoid and whatsoever. So I hope you have understood this position also. That if you have these types of position, then you can use your flank pawn as a decoy. We move back to our next position. This was a game played between Bender and Bahur in Freiburg 1992. And I remember that Paul Benko called these types of games cat and mouse games, where you play as a cat and mouse, continuously building little pressure on your opponent's king, that wherever he cracks. In fact, this position, black is a pawn up, and game is equal with complete accurate move. If you have, if you play the move completely accurately, then it is a draw. But now cat and mouse starts, and Bahur uh, shows the method that how to uh, win this game and how to make your opponent crack. So here Bahur played king d7, king d4. If black continues to take control of these two squares, then he can able to hold this position. King c7. After king c5, now e6. King back to d4. The reason behind is that king can't go from far from here because this pawn would queen. So how? Bahur king b7, giving still a tempo move. H4. Think that I'm going to block this position completely. This king side. What you would do? King c7. Still, that whenever you will enter, I will move, you will move back, and I will take control of this over here. King d3. Now king d7 first. King c3. White is also going for triangulation. Black is also going to for triangulation. King c7, king d3, king b7, king d4, king c3. Now he played the move king c3, and white has to move back. King c3, and there is no way that black or white could make progress. And where if white makes a mistake, black goes for king b6 and now king d4, and this was a blunder of the game. The point was here, the move over here was just to play the move king d2. As black can't enter from over here, if he plays the move, for example, a5 here, you just play the move a3. After e into b4 and a into b4, now black can enter. How he can enter? After c7 and king e3, now d4 check. He enters this way. So instead of here, how it was a great defense. How can white defend this position? After king d2, if black plays the move a5 here, then what? I want you people to pause the video and think that how white can defend this position. What is the move? And I can assure you that it is a very tough one. It is not an easy one, it is a very tough one. How white can draw this position? We have checked already this a3 move and it loses because black chooses this tempo move then and comes in this square. So I hope this was a very difficult one. The move which draws over here is the move g4, because after f into g4, now h5, and after g into h5, now the move f5. And the point is that this thing is in this pawn square, and if he takes it, he can't go over here, because if he takes, then he makes the move pawn. If he moves from over here, then this pawn takes the pawn. And here white is winning actually. So how black can draw here? I want you to pause the video and think that how black can draw here. The move is g3, because now if white tries to play the move f6, now black is winning because black has too many pawns. After e2, f7, queen, and queen. Now queen d4 check. King c2. Now queen e4 check. After king c1, now queen e1 check. King c2 once again. Now queen e2 check. King b1. Now queen d1 check. King b2. Now queen d2 check. King b1. Now queen into b4 check. And white has to exchange the queens, and after that you understand that this is completely winning position for black. The move which was played in the game was a blunder, king d4. Instead he must have gone for over here king d2. And black if tries the move a5 over here, then this pawn, this pawn is threatened, and you does not give black time to capture this pawn. And you play the move g4. F into g4, now h5. G into h5, now f4. And if black takes, now white is going to be winning. So black has to counter with the move g3 now. After f6, now they draw. The reason behind is that white goes over here for this pawn. If black desperately tries how, then e4 is the move. Now b into a5 check, and black can't take it because now e6, and these pawn is going to queen if black tries to capture this pawn, and white is going to make this queen, and there might be two queens on the board, two queens each of the opponent. So the best move for over here for black is to king c7. After f6, now d3, f7, now g2, king f2, now e2, queen, First, g1 queen check. King queen, now queen check. And this is a draw. So it seems like just simple one over here is a win actually for black, because like little this maneuvers by black like this and waiting for white and taking coming over here, and when here if black tries for example king b3, then what happens? A5. If you try a3, now d4, in the tempo move, b into a5 check, king into pawn. After king c2, now what? King b6. Don't make a silly move like this. Even this is winning also, because here you can also outflank your opponent king like this. Sorry, this is a draw, because if white tries to go over here, then you go over here. King over here now wins. So in this position, the only way to draw was playing the move king d2, coming nearer to the square g1, and after the move a5, now g4, and it is a draw because both parts make the queen. But here he made the blunder, and he made the blunder by playing the move king d4 and now a5. He tried a3 desperately, but after a into b4 and a into b4, now king c6. And here Bahur used this pawn as a decoy. After king d3, now king c7. First do some triangulation. It's not time to immediately move this pawn. King d4, king b6. He is going to do the triangulation this way. King c3 and now d4 check. After king will take this, now you will have the opposition because king have to vacate the security of this square. After king d3, now king d5, you have entered. King c3, king e4. King has to move. Now you come over here. King goes over here. Now you come over here. You pick up this pawn. Then you play this pawn as a decoy, and then you go back and pick all of these pawns. So after d4 check, white tried king d3. Now you can't go immediately king c6 because it will be draw after he takes the pawn. So you also go for opposition, distinct opposition, giving a tempo move. Now if king into d4, now you play the move king c6. And here if go for, now you takes control. In the game, Bahur go for king b7 here. After that, king into d4, now king c6, king c3, king d5, h5, trying desperately, g into h5, king d3, and h4. A tempo move by black, and white has to give way to this black king. And here, Bender resigned the game. This game was played in Freiburg in 1992. Let's check another example from a Botvinnik's game. Mikhail Botvinnik. Mikhail Botvinnik was playing black. I'm going to flip the board for you people. Black to play and win the game. And he is going to use the worst placement of the white king. Here, black's king is better. How he can utilize this better placement of his king? And he played the move king d3. Because after king f3, now king d2, he is coming from over here. King g2, now what? King e1. After king g1, I want you people to pause the video and think that how to progress in this type of position. What is the move over here? I hope you have understood that the move is f4 and white can't take it. The reason is that after black takes and play the move f3, then this square would not be available for white king and black would be able to capture this pawn. So white plays the move king g2. How to continue? Now king e2. After g into f4, g into f4, f3 is lost because king plays the move e3 and the security of this pawn is gone. If white tries over here, but black gets the opposition. White has to move somewhere. Wherever it moves, it loses. So over here, instead of, for example, he plays the move king g1, then what is the move? The move is f3, taking away the square. This square. King has to move here to take the pawn on f7. Sorry, f2. King comes over here, king h3. Now king g1. King g4. Now you queen the pawn and win the game. So today's video has been finished. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, kindly like and subscribe and hit the bell icon button. Thank you very much.